plan does raise it. Do you see that as being something that's permanent, or would you eventually like to do something that would bring
Well,
it
I
back
think
down?
I made it clear about taxing consumption as opposed to risk in investment and work. I mean, there are very few economists who don't argue that high marginal tax rates are a negative when it comes to economic growth. The states that have the lowest income tax rates have the fastest job creation over time. I mean, you take a look at Texas, you take a look at Florida, you even think about some of the advantages that Tennessee has. Most of them, I think, have higher sales taxes than we have. I haven't checked. Is that right, Chris?
Yeah.
So, you know, they've understood that, and look, at the same time you do that, you want to make sure that you're going to be in a position of where you're not having the folks at the bottom have to pay more. That's why there's exemptions on sales tax for necessary items. It's why we've introduced Senator Faber felt strongly about the earned income tax credit, something I fought for when I was in Washington. No, I don't see that changing. In fact, I think people are going to like their tax cuts because, you know, the tax cuts are going to result in more jobs and they're going to work, and that'll be good. But as we move forward, we've got to, you know, think about this in a comprehensive way. Part of the reason why we didn't do this the first time around is because when we introduced our tax cut plan, the answer would have been no, no, 1,000 times no. That's why we didn't do that. Now that we've made progress, I'm prepared to sit with everybody so we can keep the momentum going and see what additional things we can do. And it's all done in the name of job growth. Look, a lot of people think that these are issues of ideology or something. They're not. And I'll give you a good example. I'm not a believer going forward in many tax credits, because tax credits take away our ability to lower the overall rates. It's easy to do tax credits. Here, a tax credit for this, a tax credit for that. We can't do tax credits because every time we do tax credits, we are shorting ourselves for the ability to lower the overall rate. I'm also really pleased that people like the food banks, some of the groups that represent people who are struggling, endorse this tax cut plan. You know, as I have fought for Medicaid expansion, I've also told a number of those social service groups that I would like them to support my tax cuts, because the whole purpose of the tax cut is to get people off temporary assistance and get them in a permanent job. And so I'm pleased that some of these groups came forward to endorse this. But we're always mindful of the impact that it has on people who have less.
There was a piece on Politico that ran this morning which suggested if you win and win handily next year, you'll run